What's up, everyone? Bob's Blurays here, obviously, and I'm coming back at you with a new video. This time I'm going to be doing an apartment tour or a movie room tour, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to go through a lot of the stuff behind me, yada, 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 talk about it, show pretty much everything in my apartment for the most part. I don't think there's any right or wrong ways to do a movie room tour. Some people are really good at it, I guess, but it is what it is, right? I'm just here to show my stuff. I haven't done one in my entire YouTube, whatever you want to call it, career. But yeah, so this is the first time for me. I've wanted to do it. I guess, I don't know if it was like shame. I don't have anything on the walls, no posters. So I was like, I'll wait until, and it just never came, right? It'll never happen. So I was like, I'm just going to do it, whatever, who cares? But if you don't like the video, I apologize. That sucks to be you, that you wasted your time. If you're not a fan of me, then don't even bother watching this. You're not going to like it. And if you do like the video, I mean, awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed it. That's great. I don't want to waste people's time. So let's just go ahead and dive into it. I hope you enjoy it. And if you don't, piss off. So here is the apartment when you first walk in. Janitor syndrome. Nothing special. Right as you walk in, just a plain white wall. Over here, I separate my entire collection based on like boutique labels, things like that. I'll go through everything and kind of explain how I have it set up. I like watching movie room tours. I don't watch a lot of YouTube anymore, really any at all, to be honest. But one thing I like is talking to different people and seeing how different people collect. I think it's a lot of fun. Everybody does things differently. There's no right or wrong reason as to why or what people do or how they design their collection. It's up to you and what you want to do. So anyways, over here, I've got all 4K studio releases. So these are all 4Ks, all by studios, nothing else, only studio releases over here. Mostly all slips. I have it by alphabetical order. As you can see, I kind of separate the Marvel section down there, over there like that. Those are non-slips. Yeah, and then I basically just put box sets and stuff all over the tops of my shelves. And then the Alien popcorn bucket, shout out to Nick. He traded with me, got me that because we don't get a Cinemark out here. Not really close, at least, and that was pretty tough to get. So that's all of my studio releases of 4Ks, only 4Ks. Yeah, I'm actually curious how people do things. So like, take Fast and Furious, for example. I do put like Too Fast, Too Furious with all those. But when it comes to like First Blood, I don't put that with the Rambos. That's in a separate section. So yeah, I don't have those together. So there's certain things that I do things differently for. National Lampoon, do you do National Lampoons or do you put it under like Christmas Vacation? Super curious how people do that. But that's that section over there. Coming over here, this is my entire collection of studio releases that are on Blu-ray with slipcovers. So I do things differently, once again, than most people. This would drive a lot of people crazy, more than likely, but for me, I separate my entire collection based on slips and non-slips. Now, I know it's really annoying for movies like, say, Marine, right? There's 6 different Marine movies. Step Ups, Wrong Turn is a good one. Like, some of them have slips, some don't. But I like the way the shelf looks with just slips together, all slips, and I'll get into the other ones in a bit. But box sets at the top, so like Warner Brothers, I gotta get the other 2 of those. I put this prawn up here because I bought that just for the slip, and I was like, this thing is awesome. I gotta show this off here. So, and it opens, chew on this, and it just seals shut. So I thought this was pretty awesome. I didn't realize it was like a gatefold, I think is what they call those. But I didn't realize it was when I bought it. But I bought it, and then I thought that was pretty cool. A bunch of like popcorn buckets and different collectibles and stuff, box sets, so on and so forth. The Puppet Master trunk. I put this, see, being in an apartment sucks because you get glares and sun and stuff like that will pop in. So I put this Taylor Swift popcorn bucket up there to block the sun from hitting anything else. It honestly works pretty well. But all Blu-rays with slips. And then over, like, down here, I have different, like, lines. So you got, like, the Paramount. I think those are, like, the 50th or 45th anniversary or something like that. I don't know. Best of Decades, 100th anniversary slips. Just different, like, lines. So I separated those. All lenticular slip covers over here. I just find things to prop it up with. Yeah, so that's everything. If you see movies sticking out, it's because they're movies that I want to check out or I need to rewatch or whatever it is. But yeah, so that's that shelf over there. And that's what it looks like. So yeah, and then I put my TV next to it. I got a bunch of movies that I need to sell right there. I started like purging movies off my shelf, trying to get better about that. So yeah. All right, over here, and I have really bad lighting in here, but these, I call this my Steelbook Corner right here. It's all Steelbooks. I have a bunch of boxes set up right here. It kind of helps block like the sun and the glares, and not only that, it's good to have extra boxes and bubble wrap and all that stuff for when I sell stuff or give stuff to people or whatever it is, like if I'm packing something up. But yeah, so I kind of set it up, try and block the sun a little bit. But yeah, this is my Steelbook Corner. I've got a bunch of cups up there, Steelbook box sets. These are all like the metal Steelbook collections. I put all those up there, a bunch of Steelbooks. So these are all studio Steelbooks, every single one of them. And they end right there with Zoolander. And then I've got some VHS right there, a bunch of like mugs. And then I separated my Marvel down there. So those are all Marvel Steelbooks, DC Steelbooks, TV show Steelbooks, Disney Steelbooks, and then like some different lines. So anything that like had a line, so the glow-in-the-dark Steelbooks down there, those comic book ones. So a bunch of different like just lines. Yeah, a bunch of cups, I said, all that stuff, mostly from the theater and whatever, different things. These are like box set Steelbooks. They're all Steelbooks from mostly Zavi. Titans of Colt Steelbooks, like those plastic ones. These are Mondo Steelbooks right here. Those are basically any Steelbooks that have slip covers. These are all of my Lionsgate Steelbooks with slips. So every single one. And I might be doing my movie room tour differently than most people do. I don't really care. I guess I'm just running through my collection. It is what it is. I just felt like, yeah, this is about time to do this. I need to dust a lot of this stuff. But let's see here. I've got Arrow Video, Steelbooks, Snaps Films. I separated all my boutique labels, like down here. Scream Factory, RLJE. I got some TV shows. I got video games over there, metal packs right there. And yeah, so that's the entire Steelbook Corner. I put, like, I always just try to find little knickknacks like shot glasses, cards, whatever, just to fill in the gaps. I'm a big sports fan, so like my favorite players, I'll just put in their basketball cards in there. And a lot of, like, some of this stuff like that came from Jeff, John Doe Juggalo, a little Harley Quinn right there. Some, obviously, movies like Friends Send You and stuff. You do trades, different things like that. But yeah, so some cool stuff. All right, working my way over here. These are all my studio Blu-rays, but without slips. So this entire section will be without slip covers. Let's see here. So we have got, like, I just do that to try and block the sun and the glare because I watch TV over there. So I try to block the glare a little bit. So I put that up there. It works pretty well. popcorn buckets, more popcorn buckets. Yeah, and then all studio Blu-rays without slips. Some more little odds and ends down there. Yeah, so yep, pretty much just different Blu-rays, studio Blu-rays. Over here, I put all the like triple packs, quadruple packs, double packs right there, and then any Region B stuff that have like thicker cases. I don't know why I separated those. I just wanted them in a different section. So if they have like really thick Blu-ray cases, they're in a different section. But I did put like imports over here. So like, let's see here, Gladiator, for example, Girl House. I keep those all right there. Yep. Oh, and I'm proud of Corey. This is my favorite comedy of all time. And Wilkie's Movies and Music or something like that. Anyways, he just recently bought this. So shout out to Corey for buying the greatest comedy of all time. Anyways, okay. That's that section over there, like I said. Pretty much this is all popcorn buckets right here. Just different. I got like the monkey right there. And then Johnny gave me all these like Titans towels and stuff, and I was like, I don't know what else to do with them, so I'll just put them there. But I also collect blankets. I'm a very big proponent of blankets and all that stuff. So, and my dad comes by, he always needs a blanket, of course, so it helps. But I have a ton of like movie blankets and stuff like that. So that's that section over there. But this works out really well for all the popcorn buckets. So yeah, I was out of space and I started piling up cups over here now on top of the fridge. And I've got cups inside there too, but so many. And you just start running out of space. So it's like, well, I don't know where else to put them. Here are a bunch more cups. These are, well, those two at the top are from AMC theaters. But these are all from Spirit Halloween. They're so cheap too. So I just stack up and I don't know where else to put them. So I put them in there. I had space, why not? And then over here, I've got more cups. Yep, more stuff. AMC theaters, stuff like that. Yeah, it's just fun. I don't know, I like collecting that stuff. I don't just collect movies, I guess. I collect other stuff too. So I'm walking into the living room. I have 2 bedrooms. So I understand you shouldn't like tape posters, but I didn't know what else to do. I have extras. So I had like an extra poster of that, and that. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just tape them to the door. But I have an extra, so that's why I did that. But I don't have frames, otherwise I would do it correctly. Okay, let's see here. So this is, I call this like, I don't know, it's my spare bedroom. It's like a boutique label room. But I'll start with in here is basically just, it's all sports stuff. Like, I'm a Cubs fan, I'm a Titans fan, I'm a Mavericks fan. Through and through, and all hoodies, jackets just from the Cubs, Titans, and Mavericks. I've always been a fan since I was a kid, so that's that. And then over here, a bunch of Scream Factory posters, just boxes with like extra slips and extra slips. I have pins. I need to get something where I could stick these pins. That would be pretty cool. I like what Jake does, Steelbook obsessed with his. And then over here, it's all just, once again, Cubs, Titans, and Mavericks stuff. And then I have like a little movie t-shirts over there as well. But yeah, let's see here. Over here, I don't know, video games. I think, what else do I have? Video games, CDs right there, extra slips, and then DVDs. And then I put these t-shirts and towels down to once again block the sun. I don't know if it helps, but it's just extra towels I have. And I'm like, well, I'll do what I can to block the sun. And then I'm going to take a seat. I've got, yeah, so all DVDs right there. And then over here, we've got my Kino Shelf. This is all just Kino titles. I parted ways with a lot of them because I used to buy every Kino title that had a slip, and I stopped doing that. And I went through the shelf and I was like, well, I'll never watch this. I'll never watch that. So parted ways with it. Yeah, a bunch of different stuff. Little like replicas of the Cubs World Series rings. Box sets up here. Second sight, different umbrella. Sasquatch sunset is so cool. More box sets up there. Box sets go all the way around. I'm saving that spot for the Terrifier umbrella that I need to get. The triple pack or whatever. Anyways, over here I've got Arrow Video shelf, and it stops right there. And then I just kind of ran out of space, so I started putting stuff in here. Second sight. It's all boutique labels, 101 films. I used to collect all those as well and stopped doing that. Yeah, so that's all that. Box sets, and then more box sets over here. Scream Factory. This is my entire Scream Factory shelf, nothing else here. I stopped trying to be complete on these as well for a long time. I used to collect every single collector's edition. I am no longer doing that. It feels good to not do that stuff anymore. So yeah, it kind of ends there, and just extra slips down there that I need to get rid of or whatever. But anyways, yeah, so that's like just my Scream Factory shelf. I have a Kino shelf. And then over here, it's just a mix of Criterion A24 titles, MVD, Synapse Films, yeah, a bunch of different stuff. So it's all boutique labels. Over here, it's Vinegar Syndrome. More Vinegar Syndrome. I got rid of a ton of Vinegar Syndrome as well. I stopped. I used to I was trying to be complete on all these VSA titles, and I got rid of like 20 of them. Well, I didn't get rid of them yet, but I took them off the shelf, and I need to sell them. VSUs, I am still collecting all those. I stopped trying to collect all the cinematograph. I was like, nope, too much stuff I won't watch in there. Severin Films, Blue Underground, Code Red. Yep, just different stuff like that. And there's a lot I need to part ways with in this collection, I feel like, because there's a lot of trash that I bought from Code Red and all that stuff. Like, let's see here. For example, I can part ways with Porno Holocaust. Like, I don't need this. I'll never watch it. I bought it. Why? Because it had a number on its spine. Never watched it yet. I don't want to. But it's like really hard to find. Shout out to Johnny. I was actually just talking about this movie. But I've no, I can't show that. But I've never seen it. But stuff like that, I mean, that I'll watch. I would watch that. But some of the stuff I'll never watch. So, and I bought it. And it's like, nope, can't do that anymore. Shout Select. I used to be complete on them. I used to buy all their titles. They're almost up to 200 now. I didn't like the way they looked on the shelf because I go by numerical order. So I would have slips, non-slips, slip boxes, box sets, and I hated the way it looked. And there was a lot of stuff in their collection I will never watch as well. And so I stopped doing that. I started alphabetizing it. It looks way better. I think so. And I separated it like that. And so this is the way it looks now. Not numerical order. I no longer collect all their titles. I got rid of or pulled them off the shelf. A ton of them. Probably 20 or 30 titles. Scorpion, Vestron. I still do collect all those. Paramount Presents. Yeah, just a lot of different magnet releasing. It's just different labels pretty much. And yeah, so that's everything. That's that room. I think it's pretty much about it. And yeah, a little chair there. That chair's super comfortable, but when you sit in it, I've had this chair for ages. It's like a video gaming chair, but it'll leave a massive mark on the carpet. So I put a towel and bubble wrap underneath it, and I never sit in it though. But it is very comfortable. But yeah, so that's that. That's everything in here. Let's see here. Another funny thing that I'm big on, I collect quarter zips. I don't like collect quarter zips. I just love quarter zips because you can wear them all year round. So all quarter zips pretty much. My sister got me this Texas Roadhouse ornament. So I don't know what else to do with it. So I leave it sitting there. And it's pretty funny. And then I got this Target ornament, and I just put them up there. But let's see. Let's go into the bathroom. I've got more blankets, more blankets, more blankets, and more blankets. I probably have like 50 plus blankets, and anytime Spirit comes around, I'll buy more. And you can never have too many blankets though, right? I mean, so yeah. I had to get the ghost face. I had to get the ghost face, everything like that. So yeah, the setup in the bathroom. I'm a nerd. I don't ever really wear hats, but I kind of collect hats. I have a bunch. I have a bathrobe, and I never wear bathrobes. I have a Titans one, a Cubs one, and a Mavericks one. And I never wear robes, but they're really comfortable and they're extremely warm, and I should wear a robe more. And then finishing up, this is just a bedroom. I do have room to put more shelves in here. I didn't originally want to do that, but if I do ever run out of space, I'm probably going to start putting shelves in here. So over here, it's just mostly digibooks and box sets and anything else that I'm kind of out of space on. Just box sets, things like that. The Town, my favorite movie of all time. Yeah, just a lot of digibooks pretty much, and like small box sets and digipacks and collector's editions and yada, yada, yada. And that's pretty much it. I mean, I originally wanted to put somewhere to put all... I used to race. I ran a lot of races back in the day. Vin, Hard Copy Blues, runs a ton of races as well. It's fun. I miss competing. I'd say it's like back when I was racing, it was probably the last time I was truly happy. And so I miss it. I loved competing, and I'm pretty tired. I think I'll go home now. I just haven't put this stuff up and hung it up yet, and there's more, and just plaques and stuff like that. But competing was not to win stuff. It was just, when you compete, it's like, it's hard to explain. It's the greatest feeling in the world. And you learn so much about yourself because you push yourself to limits, and just, yeah. So that's the collection. Like I said, I have more space. I was going to put up all the medals and make like a wall of fame type of thing. And then I had some space to do it. So yeah, that's the collection. That's pretty much everything. But yeah, that's it. That's everything. That's the apartment. That's the movie room, I guess. I did forget to show these. I posted them on my Instagram recently, but Johnny and his wife April sent me these in the mail. Surprised me. Super awesome. They're canvases or canvas. And that was from Tennessee last year. So you got Cody in there, Corey, Jeff, Tony, Tim, myself, Ryan, Mizzy, and Johnny. You know, people get upset. I don't, whether you stream with the same people or you hang out with the same people. I don't know if it's people get jealous, or they don't like to see other people happy, or they don't like to see other people have success. I don't know what it is, but we have fun, and that's all that really matters. I don't know what else to say. If people want to get together and do these meetups, like we have different people. I'll show that one. You can, hit people up. Maybe you can meet up with your friends. I don't know why people get so upset about that and talk so much shit. But over here we've got Nick, starting from the left. Nick, Tristan, Mizzy, Tony, Jeff, Jody. Jody's awesome. That dude is cool as fuck. Johnny, myself, Dave, Laren, and Corey. So that's all of us. But yeah, you got Johnny right in the middle right there. Yep. But yeah, I'm going to, basically, I already put a screw up there. I'm going to get, if we do it, assuming we do it next year, I'll put the next one right there, and then I'll just have it go along the line. Tim has talked to me about what he does. So he has frames. He has a house. He has frames everywhere. I'm sure he's done movie room tours. I know he has, actually. And he has frames everywhere. And he just, I was talking to him about it. He has pictures from conventions he does, autographs, all these different things. And so I was like, okay, what I'm going to start doing, because I have nothing else to put up here. So I'm going to start putting frames, whether it's from meetups or just pictures of meeting up with people. It doesn't have to be a canvas like that. But I think I'm going to start putting smaller stuff along that And it's like, okay, well, you know, I need more stuff up here anyways. And I like what Tim does like that. So use whatever space you can, because, you know, it's hard. Space for us collectors becomes an issue. And then, yeah, over here I've just got like pictures of my dad and I and different people and all that stuff. Like, I don't take a lot of pictures, but when I do these meetups, it's always important to. And so I think it would be a lot of fun to like frame stuff like that. You know, you could even get like multiple pictures in one frame. You know what I'm talking about? Like if you go to, you know, these meetups I do in Iowa and just put like a bunch of different photos in there. I don't know. I mean, just different stuff. But yeah, that's everything. Anyways, I'm done. I'm done showing everything. I showed enough. I hope you enjoyed. I don't know what else to say. I'm not a professional with the movie room tours. I don't have one sheets up. I'd love to get them, but I don't have frames. I have a couple one sheet posters, but I don't have any frames. But I'd love to put, my goal is to like put a one sheet here, like, and over here. But I don't know. Maybe people have different ideas for what I could do with these bare naked walls in my kitchen and all that stuff. So yeah, I don't know. All right, well, that's it. That's everything. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Like I said, I don't have much else to say. I said everything I already had to say. You know, if you enjoyed it or you wanted to, go ahead and leave a comment. I'll get back to you as soon as I can, as I always do. I don't post a whole lot of videos anymore. Sometimes I think about getting back into like live streaming, but I guess I really don't care enough to do it. I don't have enough passion or energy at the moment to do it, so I think it comes in waves. But yeah, maybe someday. There's parts of me that miss live streaming and parts of me that don't, so I don't know, but it is what it is. We'll see. Maybe someday. But I still love movies. I'm trying to work on things in my own life. Like, I want to get back into, you know, like I said, racing in the video and everything like that. I miss the part of like running and competing. But I never knew how to balance both. I was just talking to a friend of mine about this. Her and I were talking about how when I used to race and compete and run and train and all that stuff, I wasn't doing a whole lot of like collecting. I didn't collect movies. I didn't even watch a lot of movies. I've never learned how to balance both. And I would like to do that. That would be fun to be able to balance two loves, two passions of mine in my life. So I'm going to learn how to do that. But anyways, that's everything. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a comment if you want. And if you didn't enjoy the video, that really sucks for you. That you wasted your time, but it is what it is for you. I'll see you on the next video. Have a good one.